Welcome to Kumbasoft DPAA tutorials. This tutorial is about advanced status monitoring. So be sure to set your video playback to high definition, and those sort of visual details of DPAA may have changed since this video was created. The functionality will be the same. So we did some status providers and the basic status providers in the previous or in a different video. So today what we're going to be showing you is how to do advanced status monitoring. So I've selected some appliances. I'm selecting the default domain just to make it clear. I don't actually need to select the default domain. I'm going to be using the system using two table status provider for this demonstration. So DPAA knows where that belongs, and then you can select any domain that was stored to say. Typically, when we run this status provider, we get a list of statuses, and we get them from different things within the, different task names within the list. And so we're looking at this. There I have some in a sev, I have some main, I have web GUI make. Generally speaking, we only want to search where the task string is main. We don't want to monitor every one of these because sometimes that's a little bit overwhelming. As you can see, I just ran it for a second. I got all these fields. So to do that, there's a filtering icon here next to the search string, filter expression. And I'm going to select the filtering icon. And then I'm going to select the plus button here to add a row to the table. From the property name dropdown, I can select any one of the property names that are available to me via this status provider. So you can see these names match these names. What I'm going to be looking for is where task name is equal to main. So I'm just going to type the word main, and then I'm going to apply and close. So now we see the filter icon has changed a little bit, and we have an expression that's been entered into here. We'll talk about this in a moment. So if I start this status provider now, what's happening is I'm only seeing the status providers where the task name is main. I'm not seeing the NFS or the DCO or anything else. I'm only seeing where it's main. Now, these are updating per appliance every 5 seconds. So the reason why they're not showing up all at the same time is some appliances take longer to respond than others. And so we're seeing this update, but it is updating only where the task name is equal to main. I'm going to stop the status provider because we're running continuously every 5 seconds. Now, let's suppose we also want to search where some other condition. Now, I can put a comma here, and I can type in any one of these field headers. You see the field headers? So I can type, let's say I want to search memory as 42, for example. So I can type memory equals 42. And this is an exacting value, but it gives you the point that if I search now, I'm now only going to see status providers from any of those appliances for the system usage to table, where the task name is main and memory is exactly equal to 42. Now, under the circumstances, if we don't see an entry per appliance every time it updates, is because the memory is not equal, is because this condition is not being met. Even though it's updating every 5 seconds, even from this appliance, if the memory is not exactly equal to 42 at the time it polls, then it may not show up for that moment as well. So this is a bit of a controlling example, but it kind of gives you an idea. Again, I'm going to stop this memory, the steps provider. And then what I'm going to do is show you something. There's a two-way synchronization between what you have here and what you have back here. What's system? I click on the filter icon. You're going to see now I have two fields up here. I have the task name is main, and the memory is 42. Because it's a two-way sync, if I take out one here, it's going to fix it there. If I change something here, it fixes it there. So I'm going to select this entry. I'm going to delete it. So I'm going to remove it from the table. And then I'm back to the task name main. So let's do something a little bit better. Let's do a file count now. So I'm going to add another property, and I'm going to show you the file count. And these can be regular expressions. So in this case, I'm going to look for file counts where it's greater than 200. So I'm going to type 2-9, and there we're going to do \d that guarantees a number there, and \d plus. So in other words, when the file count is above 200, that is anywhere from 2 to 9 and then any number of digits following that, I'll have a very large number here of, everything number in 200. So I'm going to apply and close. And then I'm going to search again or start it again. And then we can see that now what we're seeing is only the test name main where the file count is 200 or above. So if I can again stop this, we can stop this value here, okay? And the next thing that we can do is we can save this. So I don't want to lose this. I've just taken a long time to put it together, let's say. And I'm going to go back into the filter screen. And I'm going to type the value, I'm going to type something like main file count over 200. I kind of cheated here. Put this into my clipboard so I can type it quickly. And I'm going to click Save. And you'll see that I've got a saved entry here that says main file count over 200. So I can apply and close. Now, if I run this, it's not going to be a surprise what happens. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clear this out. And then I'm going to run it. So you can see we're back to where we were, where we're seeing all the status types, no matter what, the file count, the memory, whatever it wants to be. So I'm going to go ahead and stop that. But the value of saving is when you pull this back up, you have in the list this entry. And when you select it, it puts your expression right back in this table. You can apply and close and get right back to where you wanted to be. Now, this is very important to note that these saved names are categorized by DPAA under the particular type of status provider we have listed here. To demonstrate this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this. I'm going to go up to Load Balancer Status just to show you. And I'm going to select here, and I'm going to select the filter icon. And notice there's two entries already here that have been saved. One is where the admin state is enabled and the health is down, and the other is if the port is 0, which means it's a dynamic port. So I've already saved these, but notice that the system status one that I saved just a moment ago is not listed here. Why? Because it doesn't apply to load balancer status. So DPAA kind of protects you and keeps things organized for you, so you don't have to remember every one of these. All you have to do is save them for the particular status provider, and it gives you this list, and then you can do whatever you want to, and you can list these things as you wish. I don't think I have any load balancer groups in this domain, so there's not really anything to talk about. But if I were to select, say, all the domains and run this, then we get to see all the load balancer groups where the admin state is enabled, but the help is down. And in these appliances, it's pretty much every single one of them. But you get the idea that I can actually select those values and look for things based upon their property values, save them, and then run them whenever I want to. So that's a pretty powerful situation. And then again, if I go back to the system services, system usage to table, and I pull this back up. See, this kind of still has it saved, but if I clear it and I pull it back up, notice this one's still here, but the load balancer status ones are not. So that's it for this demo. If you want any more information, go out to www.kumbasoft.com. You can view everything about the DPAA product and view all the tutorials, keep up with the updates, and even apply for a license or get us your contact information so you can keep up with it. We won't spam you, we promise you. So thanks for watching, and have a nice day.